Good afternoon, Ms. McDuffey. I'm Reginald Guy. I'm a ninth grade at Eastern Senior High School. How are you doing today, Ms. McDuffey?
My day is going pretty well so far.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I love to play tennis. I have a dog named Fifi. She's 13 years old, so she's like a little old lady. I don't have any children of my own. I have a brother, and I grew up in New York City.
What college did you go to?
Penn State for my undergrad, and then I went to Columbia University for my master's degree.
Did you like Penn State?
Absolutely loved it.
What were some of the things that you did at Penn State?
Well, to be honest with you, Penn State is a predominantly white university, and so I think when people hear that, they tend to think that you don't get to be involved in a lot of the more Afrocentric activities that go on a college campus. But so I was a part of all those different organizations, the Black Student Union, but I certainly enjoyed doing other things with people who looked like me and people who didn't look like me.
So why did you become a vice principal?
I really wanted to help teachers. I had been a teacher for 11 years, had always been told that I was really good at it, and I felt that I could help other teachers to grow, particularly new teachers.
So how do you think the Eastern school year is going so far?
I think it's good. I think we still have some challenges that we have to overcome in terms of our school culture. As you probably know already, we've put a lot of money and time and everything into Eastern, trying to return it to what it once was, into this great school for kids. And there's a certain school culture that goes along with that. We don't want Eastern to go back to what it was a few years ago.
So I heard you talk about student government. How would I or other students become involved in the student government?
First, we're so excited about student government, and any student can be involved in it. Just to kind of put it in a nutshell for you, what we're going to be doing is we're going to first roll out an explanation for each one of the roles so that students understand exactly what that person would be responsible for. And then, of course, giving you guys a chance to think about, okay, so if we know the whip is like the organizer for the party, am I an organized person? Is this something that I could do well with? So we're going to start there. Then we're going to move into nominations. After you've been nominated, we're going to have sort of like a primary vote to select the 4 people that most of the students have voted for in the primary. And those 4 students will begin to campaign and, you know, put themselves out there, talk about what issues are important to them and to our student body, and then we're going to go from there.
So when you were a child, what was your favorite book to read?
If I had to pick, I would definitely go with Richard Wright's Native Son.
Why that book?
Well, my 11th grade teacher gave me that book to read, and it changed my life. It makes me a little emotional to think about it. It changed my life. It changed how I thought about myself as a person, how I thought about my community and my family. Yeah, it really changed my life.
Sounds like a great book. So if you had any advice for an Eastern student, what would it be?
To be a thinker. Yep, to think. What I'm seeing too much of are students thinking impulsively or not thinking about the ramifications or the consequences of their actions.
So that is the end of our interview, Ms. McDuffey. Thank you for your time, and it was a pleasure interviewing you today.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to have you interview me.